So here's the question that no one wants to say out loud. How many gun safety rules can you break before something actually goes wrong? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it all of them? And here's an even weirder twist. If you carry concealed every day, you are technically already breaking one. Now stay tuned. This one might mess with your brain a little, in a good way. And just to be clear, always follow the firearm safety rules. This is just theoretical. Always practice proper firearm safety. The 4 rules of gun safety. Let's start with a quick refresher on the big 4. The 4 gun safety rules that literally every responsible gun owner knows, or should know, and that I've been pushing since I started this channel. Rule number 1, treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Rule number 2, never point your gun at anything you're not willing to kill or destroy. Rule number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to fire. And rule number 4, be sure of your target and what's beyond it. Breaking all 4, congratulations, now you're on the news, and probably in cuffs, or worse, you're at alligator Alcatraz. Let's break some rules. But here's where things get philosophically spicy. What if you break just one of these rules? Is that instantly dangerous? Not necessarily. Let me explain. Break rule number 1, treat every gun as if it's loaded. Let's say you know for a fact that the gun is loaded. You personally cleared it. You checked the chamber, you even pulled the mag. Is it technically safe to treat it like it's unloaded? Yes, but only because the other 3 rules are acting like seatbelts and airbags. If you don't point at anything, rule number 2, keep your finger off the trigger, rule number 3, and you don't pull the trigger, rule number 4, then you could technically violate rule number 1 and nothing happens. But do that enough times and eventually your luck will run out. 1 rule, 1 mistake, 1 hole. In 2004, a DEA agent shot himself in the leg during a school safety demo. I'm sure most of you have seen it. He thought the Glock was cleared. Just 1 rule broken. The result? An entire classroom watched a federal agent shoot himself on camera. 1 rule, 1 moment, 1 life changed. Break rule number 2, muzzle something you shouldn't. Now imagine the gun is pointed at your foot, but it's unloaded, and you're not touching the trigger. Still safe? Technically, yes. But now you're trusting that rule number 1 and rule number 3 hold strong. But if the gun is loaded and your finger flinches into the trigger, you just bought yourself a trip to the ER via your new air-conditioned shoes. Break rule number 3, finger on trigger early. You're at the range, finger on the trigger, but you're not aiming in yet. Maybe you're adjusting your grip. That's a no-no. 1 twitch, 1 bump, and now you're breaking rule 2 and 4 at the same time. This one's like a tripwire. It doesn't look dangerous until it suddenly is. Break rule number 4, not knowing what's beyond your target. Now this is the silent killer. You shoot the threat, but there's a 6-year-old behind the drywall that you did not clear. Happens in real-world DGU cases. Rule 4 is the one people break without realizing it until it's way too late, especially since a lot of these shootings happen in public. So, how many can you break safely? Here's the takeaway. Breaking 1 rule usually doesn't hurt you, but you break 2 and now you're on thin ice. Break 3 and you're playing Russian roulette. All 4, now you're a case study in a firearm safety course. These rules overlap for a reason. They form a safety net. The more of them you follow, the harder it is to have a catastrophic failure. The rule nobody talks about. Now there is a 5th rule. It's unofficial, but more dangerous when broken than the other 4 combined. And that's never grow complacent. Because every negligent discharge has the same backstory. I thought it was unloaded. I was just doing it really quick. It's never gone off before. Complacency turns smart shooters into statistics. What about concealed carry? Now let's get controversial. Concealed carriers, like me and probably you, we technically flag people with our guns every single day. Appendix carry flags your femoral artery every time you sit. Small low back, you're muzzling people behind you when you bend over. 3 o'clock strong side, you're sweeping your leg when you reholster. So aren't we breaking rule number 2 every day? Yes, but here's why it's okay. The gun is holstered, the trigger is protected if you have a good quality holster, proper gear, 0 manipulation while flagged, and no trigger access equals no danger. It's all about context. Now, a gun holstered properly is inert, like a knife in a sheath. It's not dangerous until you mishandle it, or in rare cases, when it goes off on its own, but that's a different story from a far-off land. So here's the moral dilemma. Would you rather carry daily and technically break rule number 2, or be completely safe and leave your gun at home when you need it most? That's the real concealed carry conundrum. Media versus real life. Let's be honest, we all watch cool guys on Instagram muzzle sweep their buddies during team drills, or Hollywood stars wave guns around with fingers on triggers. We eat it up. But in the real world, that's how you end up on a GoFundMe for medical bills. Gun culture glamorizes rule breaking, but real life punishes it. So here's your challenge. Go to the comments and tell me, which safety rule do you see broken the most? At the range, in the movies, or by people who should know better? And one more thing, would you rather have your kid learn gun safety from a Navy SEAL or someone who's never broken a rule but has never trained under pressure? Think about that. Like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it. Check out these other videos to keep on learning, and I'll see you on the next one.